Brazil's impeachment commission hearings. Raucous debates where opposition party members refer to Dilma Rousseff as the ex-president and hold up inflatable dolls of former president Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva in prison garb. The political theater is nearing its climax. On Monday, the commission finishes its work and will likely recommend Congress vote to impeach Rousseff. A vote in the lower house could come as early as April 17th. Polls say both sides are unsure of victory. Those in favor of impeachment don't necessarily have the 2/3 of votes in the lower house to push it through. And Rousseff isn't sure she has the 1/3 of support to block it.
No, I don't think. It's very difficult to predict something because there is a large number of undecided people, and both sides are trying to get them.
Pro-impeachment protesters outside of Congress are keeping a visual tally of just who is voting to impeach her. Rousseff's presidency has been threatened by a spiraling economy and the so-called car wash corruption scandal, a payoff scheme in which contractors hired by the state oil company paid billions of dollars in bribes to politicians. Rousseff has not been directly linked to it. Her opponents, though, accuse her of diverting government money to boost spending in her 2014 election. They say an impeachable offense. She denies the charges and is calling the case for impeachment a coup. There have been protests for and against impeachment. The pro-impeachment side generally bigger. There have been so many protests that police in Brasilia are planning to separate the groups to avoid violence. Meanwhile, Rousseff's team is trying to build a firewall in Congress, even reportedly promising jobs or funds for legislators' pet projects. Her attempts to install her popular predecessor Lula in her cabinet to rally congressional support has been blocked so far by the Supreme Court. An ally of hers on the commission says impeachment is a bad idea for the whole country.
It would be using a tool that is constitutional, but one that is deeply and fundamentally traumatic for the country. It's the most serious thing you can do in our political system, to force a president from power.
If the president is actually impeached, the politics gets even murkier with questions about who would replace her. Her own vice president could be facing an impeachment process of his own, and those who led the attacks against her are tainted by the car wash corruption scheme and other kickback scandals. One thing, though, is clear. This week, we're going to see President Rousseff fight for her very political survival. Raney, Al Jazeera, Brasilia.